Hello students. Before you do your first experiments in the lab on circuits, I wanted to introduce the very basics of electrical circuits. When we talk about electrical circuits, we think about charges. There are two aspects: the separation of charges and the flow of charges. The separation of charges is described, or that strand, the force that separates the charges. When we separate them, that's described by what we call the voltage. The voltage is in volts, that's the units. And when we talk about the flow of charges, the flow of charges is basically current. Current is in amps or amperes. Okay, so voltage and current are the most common basic things in electrical circuits that you'll be using or measuring. If we have a resistance, or a resistor R, a resistor R has a resistance. Basically, what is a resistor? It's a piece of material that resists current somehow. Materials resist current in different ways based on their nature, on their shape, on their length, etc. So if we have a resistor that has a resistance R, there is a relationship between the current and the voltage. If the voltage across the resistor is V, we put the plus here, minus here, that's the polarities of our voltage. This is the resistor, and then the current is going to flow from the plus to the minus. You'll study that later. There is a relationship between the voltage and the resistance and the current, and that relationship is called Ohm's law. Ohm's law simply says that the voltage is equal to the resistance multiplied by the current. Where the voltage is in volts, the resistance is in ohms. This is the symbol, and the current is in amps or amperes. Okay, sometimes you would see the resistance in kilo ohms and the current in milliamps, which still gives you volts. Okay, and if I build a very simple circuit where I have a power source voltage V, or a power source with the voltage across it is V, directly connected across R, so basically holding hands with R, then you can see here that this voltage is the same as this voltage. We're not doing anything, so we're just expanding our wires, which we believe don't have any resistance, so we assume there's no resistance in these wires, and the voltage across R is equal to Ri based on the Ohm's law. So if I have the resistance and I have the voltage, I'm looking for the current is equal to V divided by R. Or similarly, if I have the current that I measured, I have the voltage, but I don't know what R is, then R is equal to the voltage divided by I. Okay? I'll see you in the class.